So I rented a car. Now I can record my voiceover auditions in a quiet place. They spelled my name right. So one thing that I've noticed while being here in Louisiana is there's no Asian people. And so people just stare at me. I mean, everyone's really nice. Someone asked me if I was Asian or Chinese. And some of the people on the streetcar, I think, refrain from asking me directions because I think they're not sure if I speak English. Because when they actually do hear me speak, they always have this surprised look like, oh. Anyways, that's been my wonderful experience in Louisiana so far. I'm going to meet with the casting director right now at a studio. Then take a nice little road trip up to Baton Rouge. I don't know, if anyone has any suggestions on where I should go or what I should see, let me know. I found this restaurant on Yelp. It's got a lot of good reviews. Char-grilled oysters. Coleslaw. I forget what this is called, but the waiter recommended it. It's crawfish something. Look at this beautiful flower I saw on the ground. So I had to stop my drive to get a picture of this. It's the lake right next to LSU. But it's so pretty. You know, it's not often that you find yourself not having to be somewhere or meet someone or do something. And so it's really nice when you get the opportunity to just do you and beat to your own drum. Not listen to anyone, but just what your heart tells you to do. Like right now, that's what I'm doing. I felt like walking on this dock, so I walked on the dock. And I have nowhere else to go or anywhere to be. It's just me doing what I want to do. And it makes me feel free. Yay. I decided to drive through the LSU campus. Look at how pretty it is. I'm at a plantation. I'm really excited. It's after hours, so I can't go into everything, but I just want to see what it's like. So pretty. Look at these trees. Can you imagine living here? This literally looks like something out of a movie.
A principal goal of the war.
Learning history.
The Civil War came to an end in 1865. Louisiana had raised a total of 980.
I'm really nervous. I forgot to put on bug repellent, and I always get eaten by bugs. I always say that they like Chinese food. So these were the slave houses. So sad. But this is a part of our history. So what's interesting is they actually still grow sugarcane on this plantation. And this is a historic part. So it's preserved and they can't knock it down because it teaches people about the history. But the other side is for profit and they still make a lot of money here. So I was reading this plaque about Zephyr being the only slave that the owner of this plantation freed. And after he was freed, he actually stayed on the plantation for 10 more years to work to save up enough money to free his wife for $350. Even after he freed his wife, he actually ended up staying until his death at 100 because the owner still owned his kids and he was old. So people were guessing that because he was so old, he wouldn't be able to raise enough money to live independently still. So he stayed. Basically, it says here that slaves grew their own crops since they weren't getting enough food from their owners, and then sometimes they would sell it back to their owners, and it was one of the most significant ways that a slave could improve their life. So I just read that when slaves got hurt, the doctor would just amputate their limbs because that was cheaper and easier than fixing it. It's really crazy to think that that actually happened and that people were treated like that, and that even a place still exists. But I do think that it's a good way to learn about history more in-depthly and more viscerally. Hopefully nothing like that ever happens. So I found this place on Yelp. I'm excited. I feel like I made a good choice. I think this is the happiest I've been in New Orleans yet. We got some cooking over here, some music over here. It's awesome. This is amazing. I'm gonna get a poem.
Something that was cool about
He reads it to you. Getting a poem made. I picked a topic about living in the moment. Although, I don't know, I guess I'm Snapchatting, so I'm going to stop.